On the docket, gun control is on the legislation after the recent murders in Texas. They debating on what to do and what not to do and all the stuff right here. And a lot of Republicans and Second Amendment people are like, hey, it's not the guns. The guns is not the problem. All right, I want y'all to stop lying. Stop acting like y'all don't know guns are part of the problem. And before you jump on here and say Lab's not against the guns, Lab don't like, I believe 100% you should be able to own a gun. I believe if somebody come in your house, you should have the right to turn their behind into a number 2 pencil. Put enough lead in them to draw whatever you want to draw. I 100% stand by that. I'm a military veteran, so I definitely agree with gun ownership. But what I don't agree with is you acting like the mass distribution of these guns is not a problem. You know they a problem. Any other product that is on the market that is even look like it kills people, you have taken it off the market. One of the reasons why we are having a baby formula shortage right now is because a company who makes baby formula, 2 babies died, and you determined that possibly, not definitively, that the formula could have come from this particular plant, or that they even got sick from the formula. You couldn't even determine whether or not the formula is what made them sick, but you shut a whole plant down on the fact that it might have caused the death of these 2 babies. Might have. And even to this day, there's no evidence connecting these babies' death to this formula or to this plant. But you close the whole plant down. You know when there's a problem with a product. You know that guns are a problem. You know how you know their guns are a problem? It's because they created legislation to protect the gun manufacturers. There's a law on the books that gun manufacturers cannot be held responsible for what happens to their products. Why did you feel the need to pass this legislation if the guns ain't a problem? Ain't no law protecting people from the internet. Ain't no laws protecting people from knives. Ain't no laws protecting people from needles. But you felt the need to create a law to protect gun manufacturers from being held liable from the uses of their products. You created this. So clearly you know. In Georgia, we had a plant. There was a salmonella outbreak, and it was determined that it might have happened at a peanut plant here in Georgia, but it was never definitively said that it came from there. They never determined definitively, but that plant was shut down, investigated. Production of peanut butter halted because you thought a product might be dangerous. We know guns are dangerous, but at no point in time do you want to do anything about these guns. You politicians, I find you guilty of playing around with these babies' lives. I find you guilty of playing politics with people's well-being. I find you guilty of just being selfish and self-righteous and disillusioned about what's going on in this country. Next case.